go. We're back into game 2. We finally have loaded. And we have Raise Your Dongers facing Team Dragtude. And things not going so hot for the first game, did they? I like crayons for Team Dragtude.
I'm not even going to go into it.
A little bit rough. And guys, I apologize that we closed the stats a little bit prematurely at the end of the game. But we're not going to make the same mistake because we learn from our mistakes, don't we? Particularly me, I'm talking to myself. Okay, Raise Your Dongers is going to go ahead and ban out the Razor first. And Dragtude, not wanting to deal with that Skywrath mage again, they're going to ban him out.
Whoever's directing the Dire does not like that Razor mid pick.
No, he does not.
Saying no last game and no this game. Faceless Void picked up again on the ban and Doom, but both are swap teams picking different things this time. First pick.
So we do have. We're playing some gymnastics around one another. We do have a first 2 bans of Skywrath Mage and Faceless Void, which means Nula does have his Pudge available. He also has his Invoker available. 2 of, I would say, his strongest heroes. And so we'll see. We'll see if he does go for those.
Shadow Demon first pickup. I would love to see like some Kanka or Mirana play with this. If they did like Kanka, Invoker mid, Invoker Nula, Kanka, a Shadow Demon lane, that'd be just so good. And then they can have like 2 people off lane. The bans for the Radiant is going to be huge, what they ban out right now. But that leaves so many options for the Donger team to pick what they want to counter or team up with the Shadow Demon. They decide to pick a Lich and a Phantom Assassin. I guess that's could be decent pick. I wouldn't have picked a hard carry right off the start. I would have picked a support just to start. Dazzle OP, GG.
OP, GG. Raise your dongers. You know what? They're raising their dongers right now after they got that OP Dazzle pick. Okay, so Shadow Demon and Dazzle. How is that going to connect? We're going to see. What do you think is going to be laning with a Dazzle? A Juggernaut could be pretty strong, I think.
Dazzle's just going to be playing support. It means they probably want to pull out a tri-lane with the Shadow Demon. I do not like that Terrorblade ban.
Do you know that the Terrorblade actually just beat Earth Spirit in the #1 worst team fighting record? Or not team fighting record, but game winning record?
That's because people can't afford the Arcana, and Arcana Terrorblade's OP.
Oh, it must be the Arcana. It must be. All right, well, Dire is going to be banning out the Axe and the Bane next. And the Radiant going to be banning out, like we said, the Terrorblade, but also the Centaur Warrunner, not wanting to deal with those 2 stomps. Weaver going to be picked by Dragtude.
And there's that Mirana pickup that I was talking about. It's definitely going to be a Shadow Demon Mirana lane or a roaming Mirana. They're probably going to put a Weaver long lane on Radiant with a Lich Phantom Assassin. That leaves our mids. I'd be banning Invoker right now if I was Radiant. Just Sunstrike Mirana Shadow Demon combo is too strong.
Oh, man. Nula. I'm sure that Nula is going to see that, actually. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw that.
I just wonder if the Radiant sees it. That's going to be a game-changing pickup if they have it. That's going to be OP. And an insta-pick Chikiro.
Okay, Invis, hey, thanks for the feedback about not being heard in game. We'll try to fix that for the next best of 3. Okay, Chikiro, yeah. Well, they have slows. Now they have a little bit of, complete lockdown with Chikiro. But nothing even close to the lockdown of the Dire. I mean, the Dire right now is going to be online almost immediately with a strong Mirana arrow build, and they're going to be ganking probably as early as 7 minutes. I'm thinking that Mirana probably going to be roaming, in my opinion.
And there's that Invoker. Boom,
boom. There it is. I like crayons. Did we call it? Did we call it?
I have foresight on this. I know what's coming.
We have foresight on this, guys. We just know our Nula too well.
And they're probably going to put something like, okay, Dire, what's their long lane going to be?
Dire. What do we got here?
I don't know what people play.
Well, if they wanted to continue going for that lockdown again, an Ogre Magi could work for them. In my opinion, Ogre Magi is one of the strongest offlaner right now, other than Clock. Clock could be a good offlaner as well.
They got to ban something like a mid hero. They need to ban something like a pan. I don't know what Panda's like against Invoker, to be honest, but they need to ban a mid hero here and see what they ban out.
Banning out Puck.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're rating going to be banning out the Lycan.
Who do they want to play against Nula? This is the question now.
Yeah. See, what I don't agree with this Lycan pick is the Lycan. It doesn't require a lot of lockdown to be effective. Because, of course, when he's in his wolf form, he's so fast. He's able to just run up and right-click. The biggest thing is, does he have BKB? He just has to worry about not getting stunned and locked down. And if he's not locked down, he's doing just fine.
I would love to see a Clock pickup right here.
I'm thinking that the Clock pickup would be so amazing. Think about this. Shadow Demon. Disable. Marana, Arrow, Invoker, Sunstrike. And the Clock, of course, from downtown, lining up things with the cogs. From miles away, the lineup.
Now, the question is who they're going to run mid against this Invoker. The lanes for the... what's up, Val?
Valkyrie!
Valk's our boy.
It's Valkyrie, you guys! We have Valkyrie with us, who is the very first viewer and bro on the stream. Hey, good to see you, bro.
Okay, Radiant teams, though. That's to take the hype off Valk. The lanes for these are really, really weird. I don't know if they're going to run a Weaver off lane or a Tidehunter off lane. They need to get farm on the Phantom Assassin. That's priority number one. So they're going to probably have a Lich Jakiro lane supporting her, and then Tide off lane, Lich versus Invoker. I don't know.
We're going to have to see here because we're about to step into game 2 between Team DT and RYD, Dragtude and Raise Your Dongers. So let's take a look at what the choices are in the end. We will have Nula playing the Invoker, of course. Kermie, please, playing the Death Prophet. Mogul Can't Touch This on the Marana. OM Goblins on the Shadow Demon. And Dazzle played by Bear Coalition. Guys, we're going to be back in just a moment, just fixing some audio stuff. Okay, Invis. We're not going to fix the audio right now. We're going to take care of that for the next best of 3. All right, guys. Good luck to both teams. Invis, we do have it, I believe, so that spectators are able to use all talk. So I'm just going to ask that you don't talk. Okay? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate your help. So it looks like it is going to be an early smoke between Mogul Can't Touch This and OM Goblins. They're going bot. They're joined by Bear Coalition, a little bit behind here, but he's smoked up as well. This is going to end.
This is going to be a first blood on. Well, they're actually putting a Weaver safe lane. This is really, really kind of smart on their end, and they're doing the tri-lane long, maybe.
Okay, another smoke. They're really committing to this. And Anul is saying ward right here. There it is. Oh, but look, Dragtude, Ultra Panic does see the ward go down. And OM Goblins is going to be too far away to get this disruption.
So they're putting a PA against this Invoker. This is a really risky move. PA is one of their only really... Well, I guess they're going to put all spread wealth between Weaver and the PA. But if PA fails against this Invoker, the only thing that they have for damage besides burst is this Weaver. So this tri-lane has to shut down this Weaver. I would really like to see some sentries placed down to really zone this Weaver out.
So of course, in this situation, Weaver does see the ward go down. He's smelling his own blood right now. He realizes that he's in a lot of potential trouble here, and Weaver leveling up the Sakuchi first so that he has maximum escape.
They should just really pick off this Lich right away. Lich would be the easiest for them to kill.
Okay, here we go. Disruption. OM Goblins. Is he going to see him? He's going to go in on it. The ping's now going off. It looks like OM Goblins is looking for an opening. But not going to go for it yet. Okay. Just wanting to have that Mirana in a little bit better position. Now, OM Goblins, here we go. Is this going to be the opening? He's going to walk straight from Disruption. Where's the follow-up arrow? The arrow was out, and it misses. That right there was the opportunity to get a possible first blood, and unfortunately, they missed it. Just the timing for Mogul can't touch this. A little bit off, and they're not going to get it. That's going to cost them some last hits and some experience. Let's take a look at the other lanes. So right now, we have Nula on the Invoker playing against Stan and Donut on the Phantom Assassin. And Invoker already dominating in the last hits. 6 last hits. I guess Phantom Assassin actually catching up there. Nula going to be going for some early phase boots. Bottom, we got quite a bit of action going on though. Looks like Double Oast was trying to go on Bear Coalition there. He's trying to harass, playing the support role. Now, Bear Coalition coming from behind just has Shadow Wave leveled, so we're not going to see a lot of damage come off here. And Mogul can't touch this, going to be relying on this farm. Okay, so let's look at the top here. Let's talk about this combination. Stand-in Clank has, I think Stand-in Clank would do decently against Carry Me Please on the Death Prophet. Oh, we missed First Blood, unfortunately. Shadow Demon is going to finish off Double Oast. Sorry about that, guys. And did they get the combination off? It looks like the arrow did land. They were able to get that. Nice disruption arrow combo from them. They were able to make it work the second time. Okay, so it looks like Mirana is not going to really lose too much momentum here against the solo lane Weaver. Weaver level 3 now. And Mirana, okay, a little bit behind. And Weaver going up pretty far again. Are they going to work on this combination? OM Goblins trying to get into a decent position. No, he's going to reveal himself. In the meantime, Invoker might be going for a Midas, actually. Stand-in Clank going to open up with an Anchor Smash against Carry Me Please. Carry Me Please just picking up his bottle now. So he's going to be ready to take this harass head on. Jakiro going for a push build, going with Liquid Fire, trying to push these creeps up. Hey, appreciate it, Invis. Yeah, this mix is actually done by I Like Crayons. A man of many talents. Dazzle, we missed, unfortunately, bottom, guys. Hey, sorry about that. Dazzle is going to take the Lich's head bottom. And let's see here. Another combination. They did get a nice disruption. Arrow combo off. They're making this work for them. That's 2 now. Donut going to be picking up the double damage rune. And the ping's going off. The Radiant team knows what's going on. They do see, of course, that it was picked up. They're notifying Nula. And Stand-in Clank now going to the jungle now. Is he going to be caught off guard? Let's see what he has leveled. He does have 2 levels in Kraken Shell, so he's going to be pretty tanky. Also, Anchor Smash.
A big rotation, too, from the Radiant. They took that Tide Hunter and swapped it with the Lich long lane. They're going to have a Lich Jakiro against this Death Prophet and put the Tide on bottom. They need a little bit more tankiness because if the Lich gets cut off by this disruption from the Shadow Demon, he's toast. Whereas Tidehunter has a little bit more armor, a little bit more HP, and he can withstand it a little bit. But now Nula also has 3 points in Exhort, so his Sunstrike's going to be doing like 200 something damage, I think.
And look at this. Is he going for a Blink Dagger first? He has $1,900 saved up in the bank.
No, he's going to be going probably Midas. No?
Yeah, he wouldn't have got... I think he's going Blink Dagger here. He's just feeling... He's feeling that good so far. With his 34 last hits. Guys, look at his farm. But meanwhile, let's not miss this again here. Bottom, we have some pings going off on Stand-In Clank. And Disruption is ready. We're going to see if it opens up here. He's looking for a possible opening. Meanwhile, mid, it looks like Stand-In Donan actually going to take care of Nula. Nula going to lose a lot of that money. Oh, he was able to buy just last second. He did go for a Hand of Midas. And meanwhile, the aggressive bottom, they will go on Clank. Forced, though, to go back. That tower dealing a little bit too much damage at this point. 5 minutes of the game for them to withstand. And now the rotation from Meluxon. They don't want to have game 2 go like game 1. It is 2 for 1 right now. That Phantom Assassin getting an extremely important kill on the Nula mid. Now we're going to see Shadow Demon is going to try and open up with a disruption, but he does not have the support from the Mirana. Mirana's just too far away. He will get the illusions, though. Ice Path is going to keep OM Goblins at bay for just a moment. Meluxon not going to die. Oh, here we go, Sunstrike. Invoker going to take the kill with Sunstrike. And that is what Nula is known for. He does land those Sunstrikes, extremely map aware. And Dragtude, though, I mean, how are they gonna switch this up? I don't think that they're gonna let that happen too many times.
The lineup, though, from the Dire team is really push and early game oriented. They have to make these plays. They have to get these kills. The only carry that they have really is Invoker and the Mirana. And with the Death Prophet, it just says that they want to push. They want to get lanes. They want to like take this. Maybe not as fast as game 1, but we'll see how this in game 2 works out. Nula getting opened up by the Phantom Assassin. Sunstrike, Cold Snap. Oh, and he defends himself really well, and he turns this around, and they're just going to let it go.
Yep. And Nula, it's important to mention, he's going to go for an Exhort build. So he's dealing with a Weaver with the Phantom Assassin, and that's who he's worried about most. So not as mana reliant, and he's just going to go for an Exhort rather than a Quas Wex during these team fights. Mogul can't touch this. Continuing to farm up, has 17 last hits, 6 denies. And Sakuchi going off. Home Goblin's doing a little bit of harass with some Shadow Poison.
This Tidehunter is having a really hard game. He has 1,500 gold and no boots, and he just plays down his only ward.
Oh no.
He's struggling. The struggle is real.
The struggle is real, Stand-In Clank.
Nula's actually having a hard time against this Perseverance and the bottle and this Phantom Assassin. The endless regen is quite hard for him to deal with. Well, it's Nula. He doesn't have that hard of a time, but it's really slowing him down from where he wants to be.
Yeah, and the pressure continuing to mount in the bottom here. Clank and Ultra Panic needing to play defensively under their tower consistently. Shadow Demon able to get that harass off, as we've seen time and time again. The double damage rune is available for the Phantom Assassin, and she does not see that. Nula does, and we'll see if he goes for that right away here. Doesn't have a bottle, actually, so maybe it's not that likely. Does have his Midas up, but don't know why he's not using it at the moment.
I really want to see this Jakiro get Sunstriked.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Where's the combination? Ultra Panic is going to get stunned. It looks like Time Lapse is going to be used, keeping him safe for the time being. Stand-In Clank going to walk away. And where's the Sunstrike? It's going to land, but it's not going to do enough damage to finish off Ultra Panic. Are they going to be able to do it again? Shadow Demon has Disruption down for another 3 seconds. And he's going to try and be really aggressive with that opening up, but doesn't have the Mirana quite close enough. She's behind some creep waves.
This PA is actually doing a really good job leaning against Invoker. The PA is going to be their lucky gift from heaven out of this game.
I think so. Yeah, and that Perseverance really helping Phantom Assassin right now. That early kill gave them a lot of room, a lot of potential. Let's take a look. Top, it looks like the Death Prophet able to finish off the Lich meanwhile, but she's going to sacrifice her own life. Jakiro going to get some of that gold and going to have to limp back to base in the meantime. that trade was going to be pretty big. Death Prophet had quite a bit of farm. Had Null Talisman, Phase Boots, and Bottle. And also lost... actually, I'm not sure how much money she lost during that team fight. We just missed the team fight recap, unfortunately. But only $800 in the bank and 43 last hits, 6 denies. Sakuchi now going off on Omen Goblins. Anchor Smash going to be the first disruption now. Now, is this going to be enough? I don't think so. Ultra Panic. Oh, a save. Ultra Panic going to have a nice stun. And he's going to stay safe. The Ravage goes off and nobody's dying yet. Omen Goblins, though, might deny himself. No, he does fall to the Malexon. And the Ice Path going to finish him off. Guys, this is going to be a lot closer than last game. We're not going to see a repeat of such an early game, that's for sure. And the Radiant team, like I Like Crayon says, does have an advantage potentially here in the late game with the Phantom Assassin against the Invoker. And right now, the Dire team only with 4 kills in... Well, only. Maybe it shouldn't be said that way. They have 4 kills, and the Radiant team does have the 3 kills. Nula continuing to farm up, though. Almost 70 last hits. Has his Midas, finished off his Phase Boots now. Also getting that extra armor and mana regen with his Ring of Bassi. Still hasn't got a bottle, which is a little interesting. Don't know if I completely understand that.
I think what the long lane on Dire should do is push this tier 1 down and start roaming. They'd have more effectiveness. Actually, they might need to get the farm on the Mirana as well. But also, they really need to start roaming with this lineup. That's what they should be doing. They should have a Sentry Ward to get this Weaver completely under control. And can we see a Sunstrike here? No. First pick up Blink on Tidehunter. No boots, straight Blink. 11 minutes.
I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. I think that's a really good call on his part. This Ravage is going to be their saving grace. They need to get as many connects as they can. Shadow Demon isn't that tanky. Mirana isn't that tanky. The trick is going to be, hold on. Looks like Shadow Demon's going to fall. Donut now going to be in trouble. The arrow is going to connect on Donut, and that's going to be enough for Invoker to get in there with his Forward Spirits and take the kill.
That was some big plays by the Phantom Assassin, though. Got a kill out of the gank. The Shadow Demon, good for her for at least knowing she's going to die, getting a kill on her way out, and a big arrow by the Mirana to save it.
Exactly. Mogul can't touch this. Grabbing the grabbing the Illusion Rune. And are we going to see a rotation? Yeah, she is going to be coming into the Radiance jungle here. Ultra Panic does have time lapse up. Ravage is up as well. Blink Dagger's online now too. Now, they do need some more DPS, I think, other than the Weaver to get a kill. And now, but the Tide going in really aggressive here. He doesn't have any backup. Bear Coalition does see the ward being placed down. And the top tower finally, the mid tower finally going to be taken by Nula. My apologies. Yeah, Invoker. Oh, Death Prophet. We just missed that. Sorry, guys. Death Prophet was just killed. Missed quite a few kills this game. That's okay. We're not going to miss any more. Let's see the fight recap. It looks like the net gold change is about 900 in the favor of the Radiant during that. And it's 5-5, guys. We've evened things up again. Bear Coalition now is going to catch Ultra Panic. But the DPS is in the favor of the Ultra Panic. Bear Coalition going to Shadow Wave and just walk back. PA going to try and go on Nula again. They really want this kill. Tidehunter does have his Blink Ravage up. And Nula Invoke is going to be down for 5 seconds. He's not going to be able to Ghost Walk away. Does not have it invoked. Would have been a decent time. Actually, I think they could have got the kill there on Nula. Even though the Forward Spirits are there, they could have ratted out fast. But look at this. Bear Collision is going to get Shallow Graved. Is it going to be enough though over time? The Weaver going to take that kill. Ohm Goblin's going to be the next to fall. Weaver getting a double kill there. The Creep Wave's finishing off the Dazzle. Unfortunately, there's some blocks going on. Now, as Mogul can't touch this, who's actually on the run. Look at the turnaround. Look at the turnaround. The Radiant team does have 7 kills this game after such a different game that we saw last game. We might see a third game come out from this.
Nula's in trouble here.
Nula is in trouble.
Actually, he has a point in Wex too, so he can also Ghost Walk if he really needs to.
He does have Ghost Walk up, and he also has Yule's Scepter. So,
But the Yule Scepter's to line up his Sun Strikes, and he doesn't have any mobility.
Here we go. Here we go. He really wants this donut, and that's going to be enough for it. He's going to get locked down. Mogul, though, in the middle of a Ravage, is able to stun the Clank.
And a perfect Moonlight Shadow to get everybody out here. And here comes Death Prophet. Gonna clean up. Oh, last hit on Tidehunter from Nula. And the Weaver is just gonna go come and Sakuchi around here. Jakiro's gonna fall here.
Malak's going to tank, and he's going to end up falling. A nice Crypt Swarm from Death Prophet is going to take most of his health away. Now they're paying out Ultra Panic. They really want this guy. They're going to look for another Disruption combo potentially. Gom's a little bit too far away here to get that combo. And Invoker is going to finish off the Lich's head. Phantom Assassin's running after. Is she going to be able to get it? Oh, I thought that was going to be like an ultra long range. Look at this. Dragtude is going to get caught by Own Goblins. Opening up Disruption. Where is it? It looks like, no, he's not going to start with that. He's going to do Soul Catcher first. Where's the follow-up Disruption? And my screen just got all messed up. There we go. The arrow, is it going to catch? I have no idea what happened there. Did you see what happened there? I feel like we should
hit
know.
The Windows key and your computer went wacky.
Well, actually, it looked like that happened, definitely. But it looked like the arrow also just missed Ultra Panic. Maybe it just had its maximum range. I thought it had a little more range than that. Well, Dire really wants this tower. And they realize that they have early game advantage. They don't want to push this to late game. Tidehunter does have Ravage down for another 40 seconds. Blink Dagger is ready to go, though. Carry me, please. I think was trying to stop any rotation away there. But now look, 5 bottom. Radiant team is going to be all here right now. And they're not going to be able to counter against this team fight, although Tidehunter does have his ult for another 20 seconds down. Death Prophet does have Exorcism.
And at the same time, they're making a bunch of space. Nula has Forge Spirits out in the top lane, pushing down the tier 3. So they don't even have to take this tower. They just have to watch out for this Tidehunter, making sure they don't clump up and get ravaged.
Exactly.
And Nula's going to get a free tier 3 on the top tower. Or tier 2, my bad.
It's mind games. There's the blink in. Is there going to be a Ravage connect? Only on 1. Oh my goodness. Goblins, and he gets Shallow Graved. He's going to walk out of there potentially safely. Now Donut, a very important person to stay alive during the team fight, is going to fall. Clank going to be the next to fall. And the Lich ult going to pop. Not getting the connects he's looking for. Only getting 1 connect on the Dazzle, it looked like. Now it looks like Death Prophet getting a nice kill. Triple kill during that fight. Unbelievable. Triple kill. I guess that's 4 kills, Ultra kill. Not only are they going to get the top tower, but they are also going to get this bottom tower if they work together right now. And so many kills from that last team fight. Oh my goodness.
Really good plays by Dazzle there. Nice shallow wave.
I was just going to say, yeah, the shallow grave really kept the Shadow Demon alive. The only potential kill looks like Invoker is going to finish off the Lich in a really fast combination there on him. They're going to take the tower as well. I'm picking these guys off one by one. And Ravage, of course, is down on the Tidehunter, so he can't really do anything here. He needs some more support. Even with the Phantom Assassin, we've seen her just get crushed so fast during these team fights. They really need to have some lockdown from the Jakiro to make anything at all happen. Is it going to be another combination? No, the Forge Spirit's just going to do a little bit of damage to Clank. They're going to back off, though. They need to create some lockdown room for Donut to just get some crits off. The Dazzle might be a target. The Death Prophet could potentially be a target, although she does have her ult down for 52 seconds.
Radiant's doing a good job, though, even though that they're losing map control. They're still putting wards up on the defensive tower, or defensive hills, too, so they know when they're in their jungle.
Here we go. Gom's going to disrupt himself, and the follow-up Jakiro dual breath. The crit's coming off. Are we going to see a follow-up? Oh my goodness, Donut might not get this kill. The Shallow Wave, the Shallow Grave rather. The Crypt Swarm going to finish off Phantom Assassin instead. Now Ultra Panic going to run out of that team fight. They get 2 more there. What looked to be such a strong ganking opportunity for Phantom Assassin ended up being her own death. And that has got to be so frustrating.
PA really needs to get her Battle Fury, and it's a little bit too late. She needed that around like 15 minutes to explode. But our Dire team did a really good job of making this an early game push and taking away those towers.
Okay, so we are going to see a Moonlight Shadow and a possible surround mid. Yep, they do go for a ganking formation here. OM Goblins has Disruption up. Is he going to open up on the Weaver? Well, it looks like the arrow's going to open up and the Disruption to follow. Now, in the meantime, the Ice Path is going to connect with Nula, but he's going to walk out of there safely. Dragtude going to Sakuchi out of there, and nobody gonna fall in that team fight. Nula now absolutely tanking. Look at this. The Ice Path is going to completely mix. He's going to go ahead and Yule Scepter himself. Oh, Ghost Walk. And only going to hit once. They don't have any detection here, so they're not going to see him. And Nula does have a TP. He has that available. Lich is going to finish off the Dazzle, though. And Nula going to safely blink TP away. Now, he does get pinged out by the Phantom Assassin, but they know it's a little bit too futile, and they're not going to catch up to him. Yeah, some good comments coming up from the Twitch chat. Valkyrie saying, in his opinion, Radiant needs to just wait it out a little bit longer, get the late game, and wait to be in position. I think that is absolutely the play here. Phantom Assassin does have the crits available, and Weaver too with the DPS and armor reduction if he, going for his Desolator right now. So they can get this, but they really need to play it safe and just allow their Phantom Assassin to farm, and they're working towards that. They are continuing to wards up, although the Dire does have a ward on their jungle here. That Phantom Assassin is doing what she needs to do. So well done, Donut. Okay, Nula gonna blink in. Yule Scepter. They really need to finish off this Donut. There, it will fall. And that is the saving grace. He needs to stay alive. Now, it looks like the Macropyre is going to fall. They're going to get it with 2. The Shallow Grave, the Yule Scepter going to keep Death Prophet only alive for so long. Oh, she's going to go back in and tank. Look at this. Double is going to fall first. And still, for another few seconds, ulti is going to be up. The Mist Arrow from the Rana. Nula blinking in. Yule Scepter. The Sun Strike is going to connect. That's going to be another kill. Jakiro going to fall. The Ghost Walk now. Nula going to be just out of the tower's range. Not going to be quite detected. Obviously understand these placements in the base very well. Going to blink out and stay safe. TPing back to base.
Yeah, the Radiant team is just not doing well, but against Death Prophet, Dazzle, and then Shadow Demon, Mirana, Invoker, the 3 heroes, Invoker, Mirana, Shadow Demon, complement each other so well.
They really do.
Death Prophet and Dazzle supporting a whole team is just such a good combo between Death Prophet's ulti and Shallow Grave. But they're looking to push tier 2s right now. They really need to kill everybody. Everybody needs to die in this game.
Everybody needs to die. Well, see, that's the problem with, such a synergistic team. Who's going to be the target? It's a really difficult call. Tidehunter not sure what to do with himself here. He just decides to back off. He doesn't have Ravage down for another 65 seconds. And he can't contribute too much during these team fights without being at risk of being disrupted. Look at this. He's going to get disrupted. Where's the follow-up? There we go. One after the other. Can we please actually just right-clicking him down? Too much slow going off. In the meantime, the kill will happen on the Tidehunter. Nula going to Yule Scepter himself, trying to line himself up. The Ghost Walk now going to go on him. Ultra Panic getting a little bit of damage. Oh, Donut, is he going to fall? The leap in. In the meantime, it looks like Lich's ult is going to be able to connect and not get any kills. The crit almost finishing, can't touch this. Disrupt, though, is going to bring Phantom Assassin to a halt during that team fight. And they're continuing to pick off one after another. Nula now, who's going to be next? Lich is going to fall. And a GG called by Donut. They realized that the farm needed so desperately on the Phantom Assassin. They're just not getting it. And that's going to be into the game. And let's take a look at the stats this time. So, you know what? Way stronger game this time from from the Radiant team, they did much better job. Dragtude really pulled it together there. And, even though didn't pull out victorious, they did really good. I mean, they warded the jungle as best as they could against, the ganking strat is really difficult. But the PA was able to farm decently.
I think one of the biggest problems that they had was their long lane. They didn't have a good enough long lane against the Death Prophet. And they couldn't figure out what they wanted to do against such a strong tri lane with the Shadow Demon, Mirana Dazzle pickup. And they didn't get the farm on their carries. And that's one of the biggest downfalls. But I like their pickup with the Jakiro and the Tidehunter and the Lich. They have enough control for the Weaver just to go in and pop out and poke in and go in and kill people. But the execution failed. But it was a good game.
Yeah. Invoker did such a strong job. Mid was a little bit rough for him. The PA was an excellent counter. Those early ganks on him really worked out. They weren't able to, continue that momentum as we see, obviously. But Invoker, what I really like about his mid game is picking up that Yule Scepter, which of course is a standard build on him, and then goes walking into the jungle and then taking out the PA. They didn't have the sentry wards, and so the Dire had free access. It was like 2 ganking squads. As soon as Invoker's farm came online, the early Midas really helping him out. The farm is online, and they were able to take care of those ganks with two squads, a two gank squad. What are you going to do with a 2 gank squad?
Mm-hmm. And the way that they played it, if they catch you off guard between the Yule Scepter of an Invoker, Sunstrike, Shadow Demon, nobody had a chance. And then Death Prophet's AoE ult and Silence just screwed the Weaver and did so much damage. Carry Please did such a good job on the Death Prophet. But,
yeah. Guys, it looks like Raise Your Dongers is going to be the first to move forward in this tournament. And congratulations to them. They're going to be the first to move forward in this series. Now, you know what? We're going to take a few minutes break here while we get our other teams set up in the tournament. Thank you so much, Team Dragtude, for participating in this tournament. And unfortunately for them, it's come to a close, but we've had a great start. And the best is yet to come, guys. We'll see you in a little bit.